Happy Thursday! Today I'm going to teach you how to make vegetable broth, and actually in our house we call it garbage soup because we actually make it from pieces of vegetables that we all always throw away. And the way I learned how to do this is from another YouTube channel called French Guy Cooking, so I want to say salut to Alex. I make this in an Instant Pot, but you could do this in a stock pot. Y'all have heard me talk about kitties. This one is Loki. I'm making this soup for us, not for you, so cat hair, no cat hair, it's all good. Bye, Loki. I make this in an Instant Pot. If you don't have one, you could use a slow cooker or a stock pot or whatever it is that you have on hand. I like things done really fast, so I tend to use an Instant Pot. The ingredients for this broth are super easy, and it's everything on the part of the vegetable that you throw away after you use it for another recipe. So you cut off the top of a red pepper and use the rest of the pepper in a recipe. Instead of throwing that top away that you cut off, you're going to hold it and you're going to throw it in a Ziploc bag, and you're going to throw it in the freezer, and you're going to keep adding to that bag until you get enough to make some soup. I'm looking at the bag that I just pulled out of here. I have the ends of onions that I have cut off. You know, they call it the hairy part. I have peeled carrot pieces. What else do I have in here? I have the skin off of the onion. I have the leaves that I peeled off of the outside of a cabbage. I have ends of zucchini pieces. I have what I call, if I can pull it out of here, it's all frozen so it's stuck, the celery butt. You know how you cut the celery stalks off of your celery, but then you throw the butt of it away? Or there's the core of a cabbage. There's the celery butt. So everything that you just generally throw away, throw it in a Ziploc bag, throw it in the freezer, pull it out when the bag is full, and then you're going to make the broth, which is what we're getting ready to do right now. When I make my broth, I use one of these Instant Pot strainers that fit right inside of your Instant Pot, only because for me it saves time later on getting the vegetables and everything strained out of the soup. So I just get one of these. I'll put a link in the description below of where I bought it. I just got it on Amazon. You're going to pour your vegetables right in there. And if they spill out of here a little bit, it's no big deal. Oh, there's a sticker on there I'm going to take off though. I'm sure it would add a little fiber, but no fiber that I want. So you have that in there. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take this over to your sink, and you're going to cover the whole thing with water and then bring it back to the pot, and the next step will happen. Now that you have that covered or nearly covered with water, you're just going to put the lid on, make sure to set to seal, and then you're just going to hit the soup broth button. Mine is automatically set to 30 minutes, and that's where I leave it, and I'll see you again in half an hour. Using your favorite, it's too hot to touch it with hands. Get your inside pot out of the outside pot, and you're going to drain the vegetables, and after they're drained, these will now become trash for the second time. I'll put a link below. I have these stackable bowls that I can use, and it's nice because I'm going to use this fine mesh strainer, and then it'll go through another strainer and then into this big bowl, and it's pretty clear. I mean, there's not going to be much to strain with it, but just in case any little bits went in there, I'm going to pour them out. I get these plastic containers and lids off of Amazon, and then I have this canning, I don't know what you call it, a canning mouth, so that it doesn't get juice down on the sides. Just ladle them into whatever container it is you want to use. Some people use Ziploc bags. I prefer these little guys. They have a nice tight lid. And before you put them in the freezer, you want to make sure that you let them cool completely. After I get them in their containers, I add a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, or something like that, just salt and pepper to your taste. And I looked up, these are 32 ounces and these are 16 ounces. So out of stuff that we always throw in the garbage or in our compost, before you throw it in the compost and before you throw it in the trash, make some soup out of it. People use broth for dirty fasting or to break their fast. This is stuff that just lands in everybody's garbage can and now can land in your stomach. You can throw it in the refrigerator and sip on it whenever you want, or put it in your freezer and have it ready when you break your next fast. Happy Thursday and happy fasting. See you next time.